So just 1 pump of the Colleen Rothschild face soap. I've been using these collagen drops from Rodial, and I've even been using them as, I've just been using them in the morning. It said use them twice a day, but I've been using them as like under my makeup because they, I hate to say they're tacky, but they are kind of tacky. So I feel like it helps. Anything like that I feel like helps my makeup stay on better. Okay, so I'm going to use this Misha number 27 SPF 42 cream, and I just do 2 pumps. And because I'm using this mostly as sunscreen, I don't use a beauty blender or a sponge or anything. I'm basically just putting it on. And then I carry it down my neck. And I don't wear eye makeup to the beach because I have my sunglasses on, and it makes it just easier to jump in the shower as soon as I get home. But as you can see, you need to set it. Any type of mineral powder would be your best bet because you're going to get more coverage and more SPF. So I have an old Laura Mercier because I bought lots of backups. This is Rich Vanilla. And my favorite, I like this brush, okay, but my favorite one, I just washed it. Ooh. Is it dry? It's not really that dry. So let's do, where's that one I just had? Okay. No, not that one. What is that other one? Okay, this one, this little angled one from Sephora. And I try to go like this and like break up, you know how they get kind of like in balls or whatever, for lack of a better word. And I just kind of set the makeup or set the BB cream. Like that. And then cover my eyes just because. Trying this, you know, stuff that I grabbed from my makeup clean out. Okay, favorite brush now, the Wayne Goss. So I'm gonna get some of this Bare Minerals. Bronzer. I don't know if they sell this anymore. I know Ulta doesn't, but maybe Bare Minerals does. Oh, I'm so glad I brought this down. I used it yesterday. This is the Dior Hologram Blush. And it's pretty. Definitely not as sparkly as you would think. It's just that pretty peachy fresh cheek. Okay, I'm going to do lips, and that's going to be it. Okay. I like to do one that lasts. So that usually ends up being, let's see if I've got my nude sandals. Okay. I don't usually do that. I went out too far. Goodness, now I'm about to do it on this side. Okay. Now a little bit further. Okay, then what do I want to, what I usually do is I put on a lipstick, like a lip combo, and then I use my sunscreen over it at the beach. Because usually by then it's worn off. I'm trying to use some different stuff here. This is the Milk Skills. I think it's like a pretty nude. how good that is. That is a good one. Okay, and you know we have to make it complete. And that will all melt together. Okay. Hair. I'm not going to put my hair up until, just left over from yesterday. I'm not going to put my hair up until I get to the beach, but I've got my silk scrunchies in here. I think I'm going to use the black one today. So I usually just put it on my wrist. And just put on like some kind of little tank dress or something over my bathing suit because it's easy. No jewelry, really. Okay, let's go. On and put it in my dash because I just want you to see this new bridge. Well, it's just this huge bridge. It was the first time I went over it, it was just scary, but it's pretty impressive for this little beach. So we are coming up to it now. Be real careful because I'm not used to all of this, so it's one of those roundabout things. Here we go. For those of you that grew up around here and you've been to Topsail Beach, I thought you'd get a kick out of this. You can see everybody walking. They've got a nice little walk path on the other side, and I was thinking of coming down here and doing some walks because of this elevation. That would be just amazing for your legs. So I thought I'll bring you down here one day and we'll go for a walk. And then it's even got the bike trails on the other side, and then there's the beach. Topsail Beach is not quite as, like, you know, I hate to use the word glamorous because it still is, because it's gorgeous. The beach is just beautiful, but it's an older, it's more of your typical beachy beach, you know, like little businesses, all, you know, independently owned, very few, there's no grocery stores or anything on this beach that aren't, you know, little mom and pop places. So if you turn to the right and lay out by the pier, you know, well, that's where more crowd and stuff is. I like to go this way to the left. So there's an IGA supermarket. It's kind of a small town supermarket. And so we're going to go this way. And that's somewhat of a new marina. I think John and I considered buying a slip there when they first, I remember when it was. It was when they first opened and they were selling, and then that is when, it must have been like right around 2008, because I remember that happened and they stalled. It's the Topsail Island Yacht Club. They kind of stopped building and stalled for a long time, and we were pretty glad we didn't do that at that moment. But I'm sure everything's fine now. And then this little shopping center on your right, that's where they have a I think a Pelican Ice or something. Will likes to go there when we leave and get a slushy or Pelican Ice, whatever. And you can see all the different places. Let me turn you a little bit. I have several different streets I like to go down and see. So this is one of the public accesses here. Public access number 7. And so this is literally where you park. And there is like nobody here, guys. We are gonna have the best day. Okay, but look at that sand and how deep it is. It's very scary. So I am going to go up here, turn around in this nice person's driveway, and I like to park back here where the sand is not very deep, because I do have a SUV, but it's not that kind of SUV. So I'm gonna park like right here, as long as I have 2 wheels to be sure if I go up there. Are we feeling frisky today? Let's see. I think as long as I keep 2 wheels on the road, I should be fine. So I'm gonna park right here. Okay, here we go. Look at that. It's just gorgeous. So, look at that. It's just, I don't know if I've ever been to a more beautiful beach than Topsail and Wrightsville. So I'm gonna go, let's go a little bit away. Let's go out here. I don't know what the tide's doing. We're gonna sit close to the water because there is no wind. Look at the water, looks like a lake. Around so you can see. This beach, another thing that's different about this beach is that you can bring dogs on Topsail Beach, but not Wrightsville. Put you down and set my chair up. Give you a different view for a little while. clips on my towel, and I've really enjoyed these towels. They're real thin, they're the Turkish cotton, and I love them. Hard for me to see through this little viewfinder. Everybody had a good time. There's my little chair. Can't stay gone too long. I have the water to get me. Houses. I don't know how they can build like right on the beach here. Reminds me of like Malibu. At Wrightsville, it's not that way. You have a much more of a berm. Look at these little babies. They're called sandpipers. Look at some shells. That purple one's pretty. That one's pretty. Is it crystally looking? Take you out in the water a little bit. So calm, I'm not worried about losing my camera. Right here. It is 12:54. We are leaving. Just got back in the car. It is so hot. And I've got you turned so you can see the other side of the beach while we're leaving. Okay, so let's... Okay, yeah, we got right out of that sand. That have water, like on canals. And then we will go over the bridge again. Lots of condos, of course. Like I took you on last weekend, but it's just further up, further north. That was the marina. Now we're going through the roundabout here. We're going to go over the bridge. Guys so much for going to the beach with me today. It really made it fun.